All right, welcome back to another episode of Courage to Change. Once again, I'm Brian Wright. I'm with Justin Mustain, elder at The Link Church. How you doing, man?
Doing great, bro. Good to be here.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity, man. This guy's got a powerful testimony. And as you guys know, we talk about how we overcome compelling obstacles in our lives. And so, Justin, let us know about your story, bud.
Well, I grew up on the south side of Oklahoma City. I grew up kind of poor. So, I was always looking for that way, man, I want to get some money. Man, I want to be able to do what I see my friends doing,
Right.
staying home from the movies because I ain't got the money to go. So one of my friends at one point put me up on a little quarter pound of some marijuana. And I was like, all right, man, I can do this. And then so I started moving back and forth, got a little bit bigger, and I ended up not being broke. I mean,
Right.
I ended up in jail because but I wasn't broke,
Right.
So it was an amazing time in my life of growth because I learned who was really for you, who was against you, who you thought was for you wasn't really for you at all.
Right.
And the people that you really thought were, my family, who I really thought was just trying to bring me down, were the ones really holding me down.
Right. I've been through that. I was selling crack out in California, homeless in Vallejo, and my friend ended up pulling a gun on me. So I know what that's like. So for you, where's your bottom? Like, what does that look like?
My bottom, I was using methamphetamines pretty heavily. I was staying up, I think, 10 days one time, and this is what led to my arrest. I was on Xanax and methamphetamine, and I went outside, which I probably shouldn't have done, and my next door neighbors called the police on me.
Right.
Said I was prowling. Okay, so I'm inside asleep. I'm living with my grandparents at the time, trapping out of the house, which is an idiotic move, but I was doing a whole bunch of idiotic stuff.
Seemed like a good idea at the
Yeah,
time, right?
Hey man, it was cool. I was insulated. So, police come knock at the door, my grandpa not knowing anything. Oh yeah, sure, come on in. Cop comes and knocks on the door. I'm still high, whatever. Go away, I'm sleeping. Mr. Mustain, I need to talk to you. Man, what? Opens the door. I've got a rifle sitting out, an AK. I've got scales. I've got a jar of Kush sitting out. So immediately he's like, sir, and I'm like, look, there's a 357 under my bed. There's a shotgun under the bed. Neither one of those are loaded. I'm going to put my hands up. I'm going to go in the living room. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's okay with me. Long story short, they found 6.5 pounds, about $12,000 in cash, and about 5 rifles all in the room. So I got charged with possession of an offensive weapon while committing a felony, possession of drug proceeds, possession with intent to distribute, and 2 other smaller charges that I don't like. So 3 felonies, 2 misdemeanors, 1 case, bam.
So how much time did you do?
My first offer was 15 to life.
Right.
Okay. Through my grandmother's prayer, I thank her for all of this. Through her prayer, I found an attorney that worked with the courts. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he had on them. He grabbed somebody by the balls. I don't know what he did. But he got them to come down to a year in county jail.
Wow.
No felonies, no suspended sentences. It was a 5-year deferred sentence. 1 year in county jail, which in county jail they give you 2 for 1.
Right.
So I did 6 months in county jail, no DOC, that's it. Case not guilty, dismissed.
Wow, it's crazy.
Grace of God.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, so influential people that have the turning point.
At the turning point of my life, who really helped me come to Christ was Guillermo Rivera.
It's awesome.
Hands down, Pastor G is the man when it comes. I mean, he is my mentor, one of my best friends, my spiritual father, and it's my pastor.
Right.
It's crazy to have that relationship on so many levels where I can go and be like, hey, yo, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
And then when he comes to chastise me for what I did wrong, I feel like I'm a little kid, and I'm like, yes, sir. And then he's my pastor, and I'm like, yeah, you go, pastor, preach. So but that man, the way he came into my life was really incredible. I'm a DJ.
Right.
I was DJing in Bricktown, whatever. It was a crazy time of my life as well, but not nearly at the bottom. It was interesting. So we linked up. They're having a breakdancing at the Hathaway Center, which the police had opened up for us once a month or once a week to do a youth night for kids.
Right.
So they're like, yo, we need a DJ. There was breakdancers there, and they needed some speakers. I had speakers. So I come in, meet him, talk to him. I'm still getting blowed out in the parking lot. Going in there, okay, there's this cop here, whatever, I don't care. Going in there. I'm still doing me. I'm trying to get better, but I'm still doing me.
Right.
He's like, hey, man, why don't you come to my church? We could use some speakers. You got these speakers, help us out. Cool, whatever. I like church. I love Jesus. I've always known God. I grew up in a Baptist church, but I never really knew God.
Right,
I knew, hey, yo, that's God. Yeah, cool.
Right.
But I never knew, like, yo, that's God.
An intimate relationship.
Yeah, I never had that. So I really started going back and forth with the Wednesday night thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right, cool. Then he was like, hey, why don't you come to church? I was like, all right, cool. Showed up at church, smoking out in the parking lot, whatever, this and that. He comes at me at one point and he's like, hey, you're really good at doing sound. Thank you. He's like, I want to offer you a leadership position in the church.
That's good.
Okay, cool. But there's a condition to it. Okay, what's that? Don't come to church high no more.
Yeah.
Like, no sugarcoating it. Hey, we know. No, just don't come to church high no more. And I was like, fair enough. I mean, that's a pretty cool trade. I get a leadership position to where I can make a difference in other people's lives. I don't get high for 2 hours. Cool, let's do that.
Right. So, but you are now sober since?
Yeah, since then. Well, I had a little relapse at one point, but it was nothing major. And really, that's another testament to Pastor G. He showed up at my house with men from the church every day for about a week until I was ready to come out and talk to people and be like, all right, here's what I'm doing.
Right.
So he will fight for you when you won't fight for yourself.
That's awesome,
It's such a commendable trait that it's not really found anymore.
Right. That's awesome, man. Okay, so so you mentioned a leadership role here. So how has mentoring been attributed to your success or spiritual growth in life?
It has been an incredible journey through my pastor's mentorship. He has brought me to a point where I'm now a licensed local minister. I am holding an elder position within a church. I'm 33.
Yeah.
I'm a 33-year-old church elder.
That's awesome.
I've been with this church going on 6 years almost.
Yeah.
I've had a good job for the past 4 years. I've been able to pour into many people. We had a sober house. I was the director of the sober house. So for about a year, I was pouring into the lives of people that I'd never even met.
That's awesome.
So through his mentorship, he was able to bring me into his sonship and make me able to mentor people.
That's awesome.
And then going away from that, now I know a few people that I've mentored that are now looking into mentoring other people.
That's good. So
you see these people and it's like, wow, man, the seed he planted is starting a forest.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro.
It's incredible.
It is, and it's transcending to me. Just after meeting him one time, and I keep coming back, and I'm definitely thinking about making this my home church.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because of people like you that I'm meeting along the way.
Come be one of them trees, brother.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, why do life alone?
Absolutely. That's the motto we follow, and we really live it out. And him coming to my house showed me that. Because I was trying to isolate myself. The enemy had me in a corner where, man, I'm just this drug addict, man. I don't belong with these church folk, man. And this dude comes and, hey, bro. And I'm like, what do you want? I'm trying to get high. He's like, yo, we're just here to do life with you.
Right.
And it's like, yo, for real, like, that dude, that is real serious. Why do life alone? If you follow with him and you want to run with this pack, we're not going to let you do life alone.
Right, and that's God working in ways that are just dumbfounding, like mind blowing. Because this passage that I chose to present to you speaks volumes on what we are both talking about right now, which is he is led by the one who cares deeply where he ends up, and that's from Grace in the Valley. And I feel like shepherding. You know, he is a form of a shepherd for guys like us that need to be led down that path. And it just speaks volumes about the title and his name and the purpose for the church. And so it's just been a pleasure to meet guys like you along in this process. So where do you see yourself, where do you see the Link Church in about 2 to 3 years from now?
2 to 3 years, I honestly see us hopefully competing with these mega churches.
Right.
But we want to stay with that why do life alone feel. We don't ever want to go to a church, grow to be a church, I should say, that when you come in, somebody doesn't know your name.
Right.
That's what we always love, that real intimate, real, hey, you know, I can go out and name pretty much every person in a service at any given time. There may be 2 or 3 new faces that I don't know or that don't click with where I'm from or what I'm going to, but that's great because that means there's somebody else in this church that can reach people that I can't.
Right.
Which it's
no one can tell your testimony like you can tell your testimony.
Nobody. With that, and then there's a lot of people that I got lost here. I'm so glad you're gonna edit this.
It's okay.
Like if this was a live stream, it'd be like, oh man. So I see the church really being a centerpiece in a community.
Yes.
So where we are going to find exactly where God wants us, we are going to find exactly where God needs us, and we are going to attack that community.
Right.
I choose that word very specifically because we are not going to be passive. We are not going to say, hey, come to church if you want. We're going to say, hey, man, come to church. Come to church. Come do life with us.
Right.
Not like, hey, why don't you do life with us? We'd really like it. I mean, and you've seen, man, we're not little dudes up here. We're not like, hey, no. I mean, there's a bunch of gangsters in this church. There's a bunch of people that have been to prison. There's a bunch of people that have done drugs, that have been in some places that most people would be like, oh, I don't feel comfortable.
Right.
And here we are like, hey, man, let's get it. Let's go do that for God.
Yeah.
I went real hard for myself. I went real hard for the enemy. I was making a lot of money.
Right.
I took my pistol, got this. What you want? So why can't I do that with my sword?
Right.
Why can't I do that with the
Armed
word?
for Christ.
Why can't I walk out there and be like, yo, devil, I'm going to cut your head off.
Right.
I mean, God gave us that authority.
Right.
God gave us that weapon. God gave us that armor.
Yeah.
Why don't we put it on and wear it, man?
Yeah,
so swing that sword proudly, bro. You know who your general is. You know who runs before you.
Right.
Hey,
that's awesome, bro.
Nobody get me.
That's awesome. So that leads me to my last question, which is, if you were a superhero, what type of superhero would you be and why?
Man, I would probably be one of them, like, real chill by day, but going out at night and wrecking stuff type superheroes. Because all the bad stuff happens at night, you know, a lot of the running up in nightclubs and stuff like, I'm giving you Jesus, I'm giving you Jesus, I'm giving you Jesus. I'd have, like, a little grenades or something, you throw them and everybody gets saved right there. It turns from, like, this nightclub work to, like, oh, yeah, gee, like, something like that, man, where it would be, like, a real powerful thing. But really, that's what we're called to be. We're called to be superheroes. We are called to be superheroes for Christ.
That's awesome.
No matter how you go about it, you are called to share that gospel. That is the job of a superhero. That is not the job of an average man. An average man sharing the word of a king, bro. Back in the day, you get killed for that stuff. You don't talk about kings like that. But now me and you get to talk about a king. So really, we should be superheroes for Christ all the time.
That's good stuff.
Different areas, different people you can reach, different people I can reach. Really, we can probably reach the same folk. But some of the people out there can reach people that would never talk to us. So they're that different kind of superhero. You'd probably be in there with me. You could be my son. Yo, we could be partners. We running up in clubs like, yo, hey, this is gonna be terrible. The pipe of peace. Now you're saying,
that's awesome, bro.
Here, take this sack, man. One little sin, you be, oh man, Jesus is the way. But really, I mean, we're pushers of the word.
Right.
You know, I went out there and I pushed stuff hard. I was trying to get money. So let's push the word like we pushed the, you said y'all push crack, man.
Right.
Push that word like you push crack. Develop a fiend, then keep them coming back for more and keep feeding them.
That's good stuff. From dope dealers to hope dealers. I'm with Justin Mustain, elder at the Link Church. This is Brian Wright. This is Courage to Change. We're out. Thank you, bro.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.